Allow me to remind you that an epidemic of unknown origin has already eradicated a few genuinely distinctive towns in the northern part of the country. The cause and circumstances of these tragic events remain uncertain. There is a lot that we cannot explain yet. It appears as though the plague has a mind of its own, as if it is driven by some irrepressible will. Why else has no one managed to fight it successfully? Why does it target the most precious aspects of our existence? The sand plague picks its victims fastidiously, and the same principle always draws it back to whoever tries to oppose it. Surprisingly, we've yet to hear a single word from the powers that be.
From H. Orth's internal note. And who might you be? What a fine young lady. This is not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. But this fucking banger of a tune was not it. Frankly. I may not be a face cam sort of guy, but I'm fucking grooving right now. And feel free to picture me in any way you wish, getting a fucking boogie on. And there we go, we've reached the menu at long last. Welcome to Pathologic. This is a game which I had heard of years back. I don't know when this came out. It's been a while though. It's been a while that it's been kicking around. And yeah, I heard of it a long time ago. I always assumed it was a very by the numbers horror. In my head, I'd painted it as like an Outlast clone sort of thing. Not that Outlast was necessarily by the numbers horror when it first came out, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of things in that vein these days. So I'd never really given it the time of day, and I actually got recommended it in the comment section of one of my videos about a month ago, I think, by a fellow by the name of I'm going to butcher this, Orentian, who said I should check this game out, and I've gone ahead and done so, and I tried not to spoil myself on it or anything, because from reading reviews, there's been a lot of just play it, see it for yourself, don't look anything up sort of thing. So I'm assuming it's going to be one of those games, you know what I mean? A bit like Inscription is being at the moment, if you've not been following my other series on this channel at the moment. Honestly, like, the vibes I'm getting from this game just so far are so gloriously unhinged that I just gotta get into this.
So, it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform Sectio Transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Will you please be quiet? You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funisumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word, that's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
Interesting. So immediately, am I still in game here? I am. Huh. I assumed we were stuck on a loading screen for a second there, but it's like they powered down. So immediately I'm getting from this is all fiction, right? This is all in someone's head, possibly a patient who is suffering with something, and this is like a delusion they're having, and it's like his brain is fighting between its compassionate self, its logical self, and its like more sort of primal self. I don't know, I'm maybe reading too much into this, but it definitely seems like the sort of game where I'm supposed to read too much into it, you know? I don't know. Let's go. Let's move on. Can we interact with E? E to interact with door, and also I suppose these three are the three characters we just witnessed. Interesting. Immediately being bombarded with stuff I do not understand. Okay, so we can pick Mr. Brainy, the Bachelor. The history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement and the triumph of incredible evil. Outbreaks of infectious diseases that have from time to time wiped towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among those. And among us. Get it? It's the funny game. However smart and virtuous, the people caught up in the destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that there is no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. This is the story of a person who has managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. Okay, so yeah, definitely the logical sort of fella we got here. Haruspex. How do they call upon the Menku, the faithful of a ward and kin? Known by their hands, for they too are butchers. Known by their eyes, for they are surgeons. They who follow the lines, they are the leaders of the kin. They who speak to Erdugs, they also know the secret art of haruspicy. What is a haruspex? Reading the future in the entrails. He knows that a body bears semblance to the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body. His steps follow the lines of a kin's fortune. A haruspex that can tell a true line from a false one is entrusted with power. A haruspex who is confused by his path gets buried into the deep black flesh of the earth. This is a story of a person who has avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process. And the Changeling. This character is only unlocked after you finish the Bachelor's or Haruspex's storyline. We've got a choice then, do we, between stern-looking white man and stern-looking white man? I think we're going to go with the Haruspex. Yeah. Why? I don't know. I just feel drawn to it. I don't have a logical solution for anything right now. I'm just clicking buttons, and this is the button I'm going to click.
Artemi Burak is coming back to his hometown after an absence of 10 years. Born to a family endowed with a caste right to cut living beings open, he was preparing himself for this line of work since childhood. Artemi's father, Isidore Burak, a wise man and philosopher well respected by the locals, had admitted to the limits of traditional knowledge and sent his son off to study modern medicine in the academy. Artemi has been traveling from town to town, learning theoretical and practical surgery for several years now. Suddenly, a mysterious letter appears with his father giving him notice of his impending demise and begging Artemi to return and accept succession. Unwilling to wait for a regular freight train, Artemi follows the rails through the steppe until he's caught up with by a small shunt locomotive. This is how young Haruspex arrives in the town.
Okay, alright. I did wonder if the whole Haruspex cutting through entrails business they were on about was like some more philosophical explanation of his character rather than an actual explanation of what he is and what he does, a more literal sense. But no, that appears to be just him, right? He is a Haruspex. Fair enough. These fellas look a bit nasty, don't they? These look like foul fiends, plotting to do something most wretched. Look at this one with his knife. And this one with his face. It's a thumbnail face if I ever saw one. Come on then, boys. Let's go. Oh, do I not get to real life fight him? Wilhelm scream. Beautiful. Did you do it? Did you punch them all to death? That's very impressive. Like you're training to be a doctor. When did you learn the fighting skills to go along with it? Or at least some sort of doctor. A doctor of sorts. From this point forward, I am the eldest member of the Burak family. A Menku, I am the heir to my father, Isidore Burak, a warden of the kin, the supreme Menku of many years. The inheritance of my father will nourish my mind and my body alike. This is a question of life and death for me. To claim it, for it will imbue my dissolute existence with reason. I am one of the Menku, those who know the lines, those who open up the body, those who link the earthly to the under-earth. The duty of the Menku is to serve the children of Bodo, to interpret coincidence, to point out decisions informed by wisdom. The very reason of my existence is to carry out this duty. Who will I become if I fail to bind my destiny with my father's calling? Today's quest, nothing. Other tasks, nothing. Alright, cool. Day 1, in which the Haruspex returns from a rightful heir into a dangerous criminal. Okay. Did I become a dangerous criminal because I just punched a load of dudes to death? Because I think I've already done that. I think I've achieved my goal. Can I just, like, hop? Who are these fellas? I didn't realise these were, like, animate. I thought these were, like, statues or some shit, but... Are we cool? Welcome to your hometown, Warden. It's been a long time since you've been here. You probably won't even remember the spicy odour of twire in the air. Yeah, do you know why you were attacked? No. You've been mistaken for another person. They're looking for a murderer. A very important and well-respected man was killed last night. The townsfolk loved the deceased more fervently than some children love their fathers. Don't be too hard on them for their outburst. Should I feel sorry for them? Apologise, perhaps? They are naive. In towns like this, reputation is everything. Books are judged by their covers here, even after the last page is turned. No one is going to examine you in detail, a minor rumour here, a gossip there, and you're a public enemy already. You've got zero reputation. The only option available to you is living with the consequences of this. So what should I do? Restore your reputation. Do that now, and at any other time it becomes too low. People are foolish and weak. One day you're beaten to a pulp and laughed at, the next you're worshipped. As for the third day, I think you caught my drift. What I'm saying is, any misdeed can be atoned for, and you'll be loved just as fervently as you are hated. So how do I restore my reputation? You do good deeds. The town is small. Rumours spread like fire, growing hundredfold in the process. And they're spread by children too, so your reputation will be restored. Just don't be wasteful with it. It's fragile. What makes it low? The decrease of your reputation depends first and foremost on the number of living beings you've made less than living. It also depends on how you influence the people whose fates are bound to yours. You'll meet those special people. They're called the Bound sometimes. A silly custom, but a useful one. Special people. 30 or so, each of them possessing their own unique traits. All of them hate one another. All of them are habitual liars. All of them deserve to live, and yet some of them are incompatible. Someone has to die so that the other may live. You know what that means. How will I recognize these people? It's not hard. They're striking personalities, locally famous, even though not all of them are noble descent. Beggars, outcasts, little children even, bound to be a little bit closer to perfection than the common crowd. I see. Thanks for the advice. Interesting. So my health is low and my reputation's lower. I don't think I'm doing too great right now, in all honesty. But these pointy bird men, I'm assuming these are some sort of plague doctor. Is that what we're dealing with here? Plague doctors? They certainly look like they've got the air of plague doctors about them. These fellas seem to be trying to guide me on the path, even if, I'm clearly wrongfully accused or whatever, or acting in self-defense. So Barak, you're almost dead. Got a few more minutes to live, and I'm here to solemnly announce that. Are you with that crowd? No, of course not. They were but peaceful townspeople, craftsmen, factory workers, kind sons and good fathers, and far more dangerous. I'm the mask of fate. Some peaceful townspeople? Why do they try and kill me? My friend will explain that. So what do you want to tell me? You've been hit on the head several times, and the locals have heavy fists. Not sure you've noticed already, but you've got 4 stab wounds. One of them seemingly rather grievous. Massive blood loss too, and the local climate doesn't allow too much strain. Any heart conditions? Aren't you a funny guy? Well, your health is in a sorry state. Am I wrong to suspect you haven't eaten for a couple of days and had no sleep last night? Your expression betrays you. Your hunger and exhaustion are also critical. I wonder which one of these unfortunate afflictions will become the end of you first. So what's your plan? I don't know, what do you recommend? You need a first aid kit to restore your health, or at least some bandages and tourniquets. They'd stop the bleeding. Painkillers would help you make it even further. And where do I get them? You can mug passers-by or barter with them. Children will gladly trade most valuable things in exchange for what others consider junk. Moreover, other drunkards usually have bandages on them. When you're a drunk, it always makes sense to be prepared for a fight. When they're hungover, however, they'd sell their own sister for a bottle of water. Water is scarce here. And where would I get water? There's often some left in water barrels, enough to fill an empty bottle if you have one. Okay, go on. You're also hungry, aren't you? Very hungry. You don't have to mug people to sate your hunger. Food can be found in shops, although your reputation would preclude you from enjoying that hospitality. On the other hand, a whole warehouse of meat was robbed yesterday, and it was unlocked for shipping procedures. And how do I find it? It's still unlocked and unguarded. You won't miss it. The warehouses are within a stone's throw from here. They also serve as a lovely shelter for the at odds with the law crowd, by the way. You've got that in common, so they'll most likely welcome you. Will you make it to the warehouses? To be honest, I'm dreadfully tired. If any of the noble townspeople trust you enough, you can always sleep in their place. Just remember that you're an outlaw for now. The only person who believes you is Vlad Olgimpsky. I'll show you where he lives. You can get some sleep in his mansion. Don't forget to apply bandages before that, unless dying in your sleep is the career opportunity of your choice, that is. Thank you. Be careful. Dodge strangers. They're afraid of you now and will attack you in a heartbeat. Don't trust anyone. Speak to my fellow executor. He wanted to have a word with you too. Okay. So that's the guy who's like my friend. Cool. But I'm probably not going to make it to there because I'm apparently bleeding out and starving and tired, which are all bad things to be in my experience. Bleeding out probably the worst among them. I don't know where I am is the problem. Am I this symbol here? I genuinely don't know where I am, so it doesn't make navigating this map particularly easy. I need to find water, I need to find food, I do need my dogs to stop barking as well, you know, that would be very choice if that would stop happening. On top of all that, I need to not get killed by these lads. I've got to admit I wasn't expecting a cutscene. Oh, they spotted me. I've been spotted. So I can climb a fence. I'm very talented. I bet they can't climb fences. They're NPCs. They don't have that sort of ability. I generally wasn't expecting a cutscene here. I thought I'd be free to sort of roam for a bit, but where the fuck am I? Hey, where am I? Who are you? How did I get here? Is this Oligski? Is this the warehouses I heard so much about? Hello, child. Hello, okay, can't speak to child. Hello, lady. Possibly also child, not sure, you might just be a short woman. Hello, child. Okay, well. Hello. What a smug prick. What's up with you?
That big city doctor is no wimp. A dangerous type.
That's not what you said. You said a new face in our small society. A fighter? A doctor. A doctor? Gee, you've got a doctor already. It's quite unexpectedly, too. You haven't had one like me.
Where's my cat again? I hope he doesn't escape.
You're not one of Grief's men, are you? Who is Grief? Big Grief is the kingpin of the criminal world. He has a lair in the northern warehouses where he trades in weapons, twirine, and other nastiness. Every murderer and criminal has a connection to him one way or another, and that's the way it goes here. And that's why I'm asking you again. Were you on your way to him or not? Do I look like a criminal to you? Some people came running through the warehouses a few minutes ago. They told everyone that a horrible killer, the whole town's apparently already out to get him, had tried to escape by train, got ambushed, killed everyone, and was now going back there. So now I'm thinking, were they perhaps talking about you? It was self-defense. They mistook me for someone else. Okay then, you look like you've been through a lot. We'd like to help you, but we've been robbed too, and as bad luck would have it, it's the medicine that's been snatched. Leica, that bastard. He's a traitor, a thief, a thug, and a prick. Who are you talking about? Leica. The name fits. The prick's a natural-born bootlicker. I can't even figure out who he's sold out to. The thieves or the dogheads. He's stolen the most precious thing from us, from his mates, the bastard. And on top of that, he's done it right when a war's about to start. What is he doing? What is going on with this face? He's just feeling the wind on his teeth. A war? A war with the dogheads. That stinking bastard, the heartless, soulless little rat, stole the most precious thing we owned, murdered a friend, and ran over to the enemy's side. We used to think he was one of us. Was he pretending all along? He deserves to die. To be killed. Where is he now? He's probably with his thieving buddies. At first he hid in the steppe, and then he just vanished. Probably took a roundabout to evade us. We lost him near the barrow, and then he had to run away because the thieves appeared all of a sudden. If you find the bastard, cut him to pieces, please. You mean kill him? Yes, the bastard doesn't deserve to live anymore. I'll give you my revolver as a gift then. One thing though, if he's with a dog, don't touch it. One must never hurt dogs. Alright. I'll have a chat with him if I find him. Okay. We got several map markers now. Okay, this is me. I'm down here by Notkin. And he wants me to go find this dog head fella. But also, I need to head that way. Are you guys more talkative yet? No? Okay. I've got a gun, apparently. Oh. I can tab to bring up the old fisticuffs.
My legs.
To sling some punches with the best of them. Ooh, I can go up here. Kind of. There we go. This one seems even shorter than the others. I'm also suddenly aware that they're topless. They have a jacket and a scarf, but their nipples are fully on show. Not really what I needed today, to see child nipples all over the place. I've got slightly different preferences, I'm not going to lie to you. So, we're in this little commune here by the looks of it, presumably owned by the children. This is where the children hang out, do their dirty child work. The Notkin? Was that what the guy was called? The man in charge? The big child with the mighty teeth? Are you? Yeah, you are. You really are, huh? Let's learn how to play this game, shall we? Got a block, it seems. Oh. Okay, I don't think I can win this. Let's just... Can't find a run button. I can find a crouch. Oh, now there's two of them. Uh-oh. Double tap doesn't work. I mean, I can jump. Is jumping helpful to me? Ah! I think I just died. It didn't take long. Is that me? And just like that, we begin a new game. Can I load? No, I can't load. Alright. I guess we can try this again.
It's all about trickery to you?
Can we skip this little segment at all? Can I just come out the door? I don't really want to have to watch this every time.
Ourselves are to suffer deception. Our hands are no longer.
Yeah, I can. Cool. Okay, we'll commit to this guy a second time, I think. At least we can pretty much get back to where we were in pretty record time, I would say. I don't know if talking to people is like a necessary thing as well, by the way. At least you didn't give me it. Oh, they did mark a thing on my map though, didn't they? I guess I'll quickly just click random options. Try and get through this as quickly as possible. Cool. And then I don't believe... I guess we could try looking in this direction. Okay, yeah, so I'm here. I headed that way last time, but what if I don't? What if I try and go around this side of the world? And by the world, I mean this very large building right here. So we can crouch, whatever good that is. Pressing tab brings up my fists, and then I can left click to punch and right click to block. But then if I punch while... Oh no. I see. Yeah, I thought if I held block and then tried to punch, it did a right hook instead, but that just seems to be like a combo thing. Or just like, it might even just be random, honestly, which fist you swing. It seems like I've made a smart move here, though. I've avoided being chased by the scoundrels and blackguards of the realm. And I'm coming in here. I honestly don't know what to make of this game so far. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a bit overwhelming. It's like, obviously there's big, like, Morrowindy vibes. The low poly fellas. With the big dialogue trees and everything. Big Morrowind energy there. But I think it's a bit more... I'm not expecting there to be too much combat. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that. I mean, this just doesn't make any architectural sense, does it? I don't think this should be capable of standing. And there's baby cries up here, which I'm not super fond of. I don't know. I'm still obviously of the belief that this is all happening inside someone's head, that none of this is real. But what it all means is beyond me, at present at least. Where are we at? We're here, and I want to get to there. I think I can do that. It's like if I go through here, there's a little staircase up there that will take me pretty much to where I need to be. I have to keep checking my map, of course, because I'm not great with directions. I know it's generally in that direction, but the best way of doing it, that's open to interpretation, I think. I keep hearing dogs, but that guy's going to attack me. That guy's going to attack me. Not liking this. Not a big fan of this. I'd rather not be attacked. If it's all the same to everyone else. If you could all stop trying to chase me and kill me. You could just leave me in peace to go about my business. I'd appreciate it. The music stopped playing. Did we escape? I think maybe I escaped. I don't know if it's like a Dark Souls thing where the game still plays while my menu's up or not, so I'm sort of not wanting to hold my map up too much. Seems clear. It's got kind of thief vibes, actually. That's what I'm getting big vibes of. I mean, obviously the dialogue trees and everything are more RPG-ish than Thief ever was, but the fact that I can't like combat too good. I'm not a good combat person, and it's more about evading and avoiding and sort of learning the lay of the land. That's much more. I never played the Thief reboot, the one that came out on what, Xbox 360 was that? I don't know. Might have been even more recent than that, but it reminds me of the classic Thief games at least. Big time. Real big time. Oh, there's a bad man. Thankfully their line of sight is not great. Their range of vision, whatever you wanna call it. I can just sort of back away when I see one coming, as long as I don't just stumble blindly into one. I also can just outrun them, it turns out. And who might you be? I don't want to get too close because it's probably going to try and kill me. That was the fella who was dead on the altar, right? That's exactly where I'm supposed to go, though, unfortunately. Is this safe? Presumably I can just go into any building. I've not tried this at all. But... oh, I know you. You were in the opening cutscene. Please don't do that with your head. You're creepy enough as it is.
There was no murder, right? Was there?
Who are you? Why are you covered in blood? I am Artemi Burak, son and heir to Isildur Burak. So it's you, Artemi Burak, the Haruspecs. We've long been waiting for you. I am Victoria. My father is Vladislav Olgimpsky. I always want to say Oglimpsky, but the G and the L are the other way around. Olgimpsky. My friends call me Capella. Will we be friends? Of course we will. Well, at least I hope so. Do you believe in premonitions? What about precognition? I've never encountered anything of the kind. I have a feeling that in less than 2 weeks our world will collapse and be reborn in a new form. I will have to create new life and sacrifice myself for future's sake. Will you help me with that? I hope that you won't have to sacrifice anything for now.
I feel a current in my veins.
You're a terrifying child. Speak with my father first. He lives next door. Well, I wanted to speak with you first, for some reason. Despite how terrifying you are. Dad said I should send you to him if you get the wrong door and come to me first by mistake. I have to behave. Okay. Oh, she's fucking praying now. But does she, like, live here alone? Isn't she a child? I can't tell. I guess, I mean...
I feel a current in my veins.
I know you feel the current in your veins. I guess I'd put her, like, what, 12-ish? Certainly not old enough to be living alone, but whatever. Let's go see Big Vlad. Are you gonna cause trouble for me? You're not Vlad, are you? Are you Big Vlad, the owner of this house? I just called him Big Vlad, right? That's the thing that just came out of my mouth, and now this guy said it, and that's just creeped me the fuck out. I very much doubt this game is smart enough to, like, record what I'm saying and use my microphone and do fucking funky tricks like that. But goddamn, that threw me for a fucking loop right there. Do I look like him? In all honesty, absolutely not. I just thought you may represent him. What do you want? I am but a poor postman, you see, tasked with delivering a letter of utter importance. I was told you would only be here at 11. Does this letter by any chance refer to one Burak? I haven't read it. Yes, you have. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yes, you have. You're such a lousy liar that even a mask can't conceal that. Okay, alright. No, the letter refers to one Bachelor Dankovsky, who has come to town for personal reasons, but will soon take on the responsibility of dealing with Simon Kane's mysterious murder. Thank you, mate. Interesting. So someone's here to look into the murder, which is presumably the murder I've been framed for, so... That's good, right? Unless he gets it wrong and comes after me, in which case it's bad, but... I hope it's good. This is locked. Do you... Hang on, I'll be right back. Oh, there's people. There's people. I don't like people. Hey, the door's locked.
Guests are always welcome here.
There's not an option to tell you the door's locked, but the door's locked. Can I have a rest? Of course, here's a bed. Just lie down and sleep to your heart's content. Thank you, Victoria. That's real nice of you, Victoria. Can I... My exhaustion isn't actually that bad. I just want to sleep for, like... I assume this is just 1 hour, just to see how it affects my other stats. Okay, right. So we want exhaustion to stay lower, I think, is the problem. The postman said he wouldn't be here till 11, right? That was a thing. Let's just have another quick word with... Why is the postman like this? Why is this the postman? Never mind, it's fine. It takes forever. How much longer do I have to wait? It's starting to get dark around 7 here, you know? Yeah, that's what September is like in the north. There's no other option here. Can we see what time it is anywhere? Did it tell me what time it was when I was trying to sleep? Was that a thing? Right, it's 9:03. You said he wouldn't be there till 11, so let's just sleep 2 more hours. My hunger is getting high. I assume bad things will happen when that gets to its peak. But thankfully, yeah, this guy's left, so that's probably going to be good for... Oh, that's a cool little doodle, isn't it? Vlad? That'll be Big Vlad then, hey? The man himself. El Vlado. All white pieces. Maybe one black pawn, I don't know. I should talk to the man instead of just rooting around his house. Hello. I guess I know who stands before me. I know of your tragedy, my boy. I am Vladislav Olgimsky. Bus. You probably don't remember me. I am wholly at your disposal. Somehow, I didn't expect you to be so young. I'm not all that young. Were you expecting to see a senior person or something? No, but your father was so old. Couldn't shake away the feeling that I was going to see his copy. Were you expecting me? I was for a while. A lady whose intuition can be trusted has told me that you were to come any day now. I'll be his daughter. But we'll talk about that later. Well met, Artemi Barak. Yes, that is my name.
Someone will have to be punished for this sin.
Why is everyone creepy? Artemi Barak, yes, Isildur's death was a terrible loss. Terrible. Just like your looks. But please forgive this old man his poor manners. It's hard for me to tell you that the death of your beloved father is most likely just the beginning of your misfortunes, Master Barak. Some bastards attacked me as soon as I got off the train. Yes, I've heard already. Those bastards, however, weren't looking for the person who got off the train, but rather for someone planning to board it. They were after a murderer, you see. The one who's caused a lot of problems already. A lot. They say your father's death is the murderer's doing too, eh? What, my father has been murdered? There is a theory. A weird death. He was ready for it though, wasn't he? He did let you know beforehand, and then he died precisely that night. Well, the fear's greater than the reason for it, you know. Pray tell, why would anyone examine the evidence now? It's so much easier to just tear apart the troublemaker. You, that is. What do I have to do with the murderer? I've only just arrived. The men at the station mistook you for the murderer. Problem is, they're now broadcasting your features to anyone who would listen. You do stand out, you know, and mass hysteria is an excellent environment for rash accusations, coupled with the questionable visions of a certain influential lady. What lady? A well-respected one. Do you remember the Sabarovs? There we go, nailed it. I doubt that. Katerina isn't much older than you. Katerina, Alexander Sabarov's wife. She has extraordinary talents. Precognitive, dare I say. No one questions them. That much is certain. Did she foresee me coming? Not only that, she foresaw many hovers related to you, but it's all very vague. And you know, compared to my deceased wife, Katerina's talents are, to put it mildly, controversial. And they're enough for the commoners to identify you and... So what? I'm a suspect for the whole town. A suspect? No, I wish. It's not a suspicion. There's not a shade of doubt. They're positive it was you, my dear Master Barak. You are being hunted, and until panic settles down, please do consider their proof irrefutable. Those who have been left lying by the station are self-explanatory too. They were asking for it. Those poor creatures in the streets are not really to blame. Don't be too harsh on them. For the first time in many years, they've got an opportunity to witness absolute evil. They will come to their senses in due time. Meanwhile, you need to come to your inheritance, don't you? And that means you need to free yourself from accusations first, eh? Yes. My word won't be enough. Everyone's squabbling. They probably see foul play in this. Here's what I think. The Kanes have commissioned a peculiar man to handle Simon's case, a bachelor of medicine. He'd come a long way here, and just in time too, as though it was meant to be like this. He's the one searching for the murderer for them. So you suggest I meet him? He's quite quick on the draw, they say. If you could find him before he finds you, he won't shoot you straight away then, perhaps. Meanwhile, I'll be doing everything I can to aid you. It would have been so much better if you could just lay low for a while, but they'll come for you here soon, I'm afraid. Alright, I'll speak to this bachelor. Definitely the other character, by the way. I've worked that much out. I'm a big brain boy. Just wait till the evening, please. Right now, he is also confused, so he'll shoot first and ask questions later. And just please do your best not to break more bones. Do not attack random people in the street. Just go easy on them and work on gradually restoring your good name. Also, go see my daughter right now. She's a good girl, and she's got something to tell you. I'll take any well-minded advice. Yeah, I know where she is. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little shiny bald head, you beautiful little terrifying man. He's actually the most realistic man here. it's weird because a lot of the graphics are, I mean, I've compared it to Morrowind. It has big Morrowind vibes, a lot of very cubey people. But he is actually pretty, like, well rendered, I would say. It's worth mentioning this is the remaster, I believe. The remastered version, so maybe they've increased the visual fidelity of certain characters, like relevant ones, but didn't do it with all of them. I don't know. Who's to say? Not I. Not poor Joe. Hello. I still need food and health and not being dead.
Guests are always welcome here.
You are a victim of a terrible mistake, yet there is something I want to reveal to you. It will help you re-establish your good reputation. I'll give you a few names. All of them belong to children, but don't judge them by their age. Some of them may be of invaluable help to you. Is that so? It is. All of them have been seeing Isildur quite often lately. Maybe some of them can even surmise who the real killer is. And the rest know for a fact that you are innocent. They are bound, and so accusing a person of patricide would be unnatural to them, even if the evidence is obvious. Happy to hear that. They can help you find out how your father spent his last evening. I only know that he went off into the steppe for a very long time and came back very late at night. That is when the children went to see the old man in secret. What for? Do you know why their relationship with your father has grown tighter recently? I have no idea. The reason is quite sad. These children, my friends and faithful aides, are going to die soon. Why, are they terminally ill? No, but you must believe me. Your father has done so without hesitation, and you know that he was clever and a suspicious man. He kept checking if anything was wrong with the kids every day. That's how their line of fortune goes. And they are more likely to die than to live. How do you know that? Precognition. Not only mine, though, all of us agree on this. So did your father, and Simon. It's still so hard for me to speak about them in the past tense. And Maria too, Katerina even, everyone agrees. Please take care of them like your father did. They must live. Simon and Isildur died, so they too must be on the brink. What can I do for them? Just keep them in mind. If you ever hold their lines of fortune in your hand, please don't let them go. You are also not a common man, you know. You are your father's son. Is that so? Whatever happens, these people must live. Their fates are bound to mine, and they well hold the keys to my victory in their hands. Murky, sticky. Not kin, that one we know. Grace. Capella, well that's her. Tyre, Tycheek, and Khan. Alright. Looks like we've got a few goals to achieve then. First of which, I believe... I mean, that wasn't on my list of names, I don't believe, Vlad the Younger, but that's definitely one we can check out since it's marked on the map. I think we also want to return to here to deal with our good friend Notkin. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap here. This has been an interesting first episode, and I don't know, I'm intrigued. It's piqued my interest. See where this goes from here, and I'll see you for the next one.